have some beef with you guys. Okay, every comment section, Nick is disgusting. Nick doesn't know how to cook. I would never touch his meals with a 10-foot pole. So it's fine, it's fine. I'm just a little upset by it. So today, we're gonna make a dish that not even you could say is disgusting. If you wouldn't eat this, you're irrational. 10-pound lobster mac and cheese. My favorite, it's really everyone's favorite. This is a 10-pound lobster. However, last night, I absolutely demolished 2 8-pound lobsters. So I was thinking to myself, why just do a 10-pound lobster when we could have 16 pounds? This lobster is gonna watch his friends get cooked, the whole life cycle going down right in front of him. Step 1 while we're doing this, we need to start boiling the water. In the past, I used to not have a big enough pot, right? That is no longer an issue. We have a pot bigger than me. The issue is making it boil. There's so much water in here. As we're waiting for the water to boil, you have a couple prep steps to do, but that's what I love about this recipe. It's really, really easy. Like, all you do is wait for the water to boil, do the things in between, and before you know it, you have a great meal. We're gonna start by shredding the cheese. On this cheese plate right now, we have Boursin cheese, pepper jack, Colby jack, cheddar cheese, and Gouda. My personal favorite is the Gouda cheese. That's the one that's gonna get all gooey and like, it's gonna have those really long, stringy cheese pulls. Most people like to wash their hands. I think this takes away from the cheese. Now, the only cheese that's a special case is the Boursin cheese because it's so ooey and gooey, it's not really gonna work on a shredder. So instead, we're just gonna go ahead and mush it up like this. Going with a whole block of pepper jack. Feels so weird grating cheese. Actually, only my second time ever making mac and cheese. The first time mac and cheese was really made for me. I really just washed and provided commentary, so this is pretty experimental right now. How do you feel about it, buddy? Looks good, Nick. Oh, thank you. All right, are we even making progress here? Oh, all right. Yeah, no, it actually looks solid. That looks really good. I feel like I'm gonna like hit my fingers at one point and just start slowly grating my fingers and not realize it. All right, moment of truth. That looks pretty freaking good, eh? Your freshly grated cheese into a bowl. And before you know it, your cheese bowl is just gonna come completely full. Before I forget, we have to set the oven to 400 degrees. There we go. I used to like grate cheese when I had a girlfriend. Like, I would have like pasta nights with my ex to bring back all the memories. That ex is, we don't talk about that ex anymore. But it was good times what I'm remembering right now, you know? Adding her to the bowl. Wow. Ah! I'm actually bleeding quite a bit from grating myself, so we're gonna pause and get a Band-Aid. My production manager got me a Band-Aid. Thank you, Kelly. Okay, let's get back to grating. We got the Gouda cheese. This is actually my favorite cheese because it's like the gooeyest, the stickiest, the ooey gooey delicious. Look, like I can't even really grate it without it bending. Oh, this feels so weird with the freaking Band-Aid, guys. I don't like it. All right, new strategy. Fold the cheese. Double shredding power. As a matter of fact, make it 4 times as thick. Once you're done grating your 5 pounds of cheese, which I guess makes sense, we're cooking like 16 pounds worth of lobster. Once your water is boiling, we're gonna use our first seasoning. I know, you guys are freaking out. We're going with salt, the most complex one of them all. You wanna make your pasta water saltier than the ocean pretty much, so put a lot in there. Now you're gonna go ahead and add in your pasta. That was pretty good. What a lot of people don't know is that in lobster meat, you have all of these tendons, and these tendons can make it so that you have a very unenjoyable eating experience. This is a beautiful full claw that we were able to get out of one of the lobsters yesterday. Every lobster claw has a tendon in there. This is the tendon, and usually when you eat it like right off, but we're just coming for the meat today. So pretty much you wanna make sure you get all the tendons out of the lobster, all the poop sack. If you don't like the poop sack, you know me, I like poop, we're keeping the poop. Once you get all the tenders out of your lobster, you really just wanna make sure that you shred the crap out of it so that you get really thin pieces in your lobster mac and cheese. Oh! Chill, baby girl, chill. In the process of shredding all this freaking lobster, I lost my Band-Aid, and I know because it's starting to burn really bad, and I don't know where it is in this thing. I'm like looking at it right now, and it's completely hidden. Oh, and you see like my blood stains too? That's kind of nasty, okay. After boiling your pasta for 10 minutes, you need to see if your pasta is ready or not. Get a couple strands of pasta, right? Oh, I just burned myself really, ow, bad. You can tell if pasta is ready by throwing it at the wall. If it sticks on the wall, it's ready. I'm gonna say it needs a couple more minutes in the pot. I was just told that the reason it didn't work is because it has to be boiling hot, so I guess I'll just throw it really fast. 1 strand this time. Okay, I know it didn't stick to the wall, but it feels ready, okay? It feels ready, I think we're gonna run with it. Once you've experimented to see if your pasta is ready or not, you're gonna go ahead and strain it. Oh my God. I hit my funny bone or something, but like not my funny bone. I gave myself like a dead arm. Okay, all right. I knew I wasn't being dramatic. This does hurt, okay? I'm gushing blood. Whatever I touch physically burned me. Like I didn't feel myself getting cut. Okay, we don't have any bandages, so we gotta do a bootleg. I'm pretty confident I have a 2nd-degree burn. Like no joke, my forearm right over here. Yeah, That caught so hard. It's kind of crazy that this lobster mac and cheese is like winning right now. It doesn't stop the fact that this will be amazing. I'm actually like kind of scared to get back to cooking, but once you have all of the ingredients that you need, you're gonna go ahead and put a big pot in the middle. Ow, okay, you're gonna use half a thing of heavy whipping cream. After the heavy whipping cream, you're gonna put 16 tablespoons of butter in. Now for the most exciting part, we're gonna put in some of our cheese. Wow. It's so interesting seeing it drop in. It gives you an idea of how much cheese you have, you know? You don't realize when it's all in one big bowl, but once it's in there, it's like, whoa. You're only gonna wanna put about 80% of the cheese in the pot because the other 20% is gonna go on top of your pasta. It's gonna make a nice crust for you. And that's what we're saving. Once you put your cheese, butter, and cream in this pot, it's time to season it. You wanna remember you need to be extremely generous with the seasonings because this is a lot of pasta that we're making. 3 pounds of pasta, 6 pounds of lobster, and 5 pounds of cheese. It's like almost 30 pounds of food. I like to go really heavy on the paprika. Now we're gonna go and put some salt, garlic powder. I like garlic powder. Some onion powder, the staple of any Italian-American cooking. And lastly, put in some black pepper. And you could actually experiment with this, guys. Like, it's so easy to make things taste however you want. Put in your favorite seasoning. You really can't mess up cooking. You're just gonna experiment, realize you don't like something, and then be able to do it again with something else. After you have all your seasonings in there, you're gonna go ahead and give it a mix. Oh, dude, look at this. Wow, man. That looks really solid. That looks really, really good. This is the experiment though. How long of a cheese pull can we do out of the pot? Let's see. Okay, you know what? Let's come back to that. Once your cheese is in this liquidated form, a good way to tell if it's ready is how it's coating the side of the pan. If it's sticking to the side of the pan, you should be good to go. Now you need to layer your lobster and pasta as you put it in. So we're gonna start by putting in some pasta, right? And once you do a little bit of pasta, now you're gonna do a little bit of lobster. A little bit of pasta, lobster. And before you know it, your pasta's gonna run out, your lobster's gonna run out, and it's all gonna be in the pot. Once all your ingredients are in the pot, you're gonna go ahead and give it a nice stir. We wanna get all of that sauce and cheese up in these pasta curls. Wow, you guys hear that? We know what that sounds like. That sounds like good pasta. Ladies, hit me up. Wow, guys, check this out. This is actually insane looking. That's crazy, huh? Once all the ingredients are mixed, all that's left to do is put it in the pan that's gonna go in the oven. This is way smart. Why didn't I start with this? Once you have your stuff all flat in the pan, you're gonna go ahead and put panko and cheese on top. That's gonna be your nice crust. I'll be real, most of the cheese at the bottom was the Boursin cheese because that was the first one I started like messing around with. And Boursin cheese is not like the stringiest, gooeyest cheese. Up next, you need breadcrumbs. Breadcrumbs on top. All that's left to do is put them in the oven for 30 minutes and you're done once they're ready. After it's been baking for 25 minutes, you're ready to take it out. Another way to tell is when all the breadcrumbs are turning this like really, really vivid golden brown, pretty much just gorgeous. In the last 25 minutes, I've also tended to my wounds. If you'll notice, Band-Aid, Band-Aid, ointment. Oh, boiling hot cheese. It looks gas. That looks stupid fire. Wow. Wow. Dude, this looks incredible. So to give you guys a little background, okay, in every pound of lobster is like 420 calories and about 70 grams of protein. So since there are 6 pounds of lobsters in both of these, there's about 360 grams of protein just from the lobster. That's not including any of the cheese, anything like that. This is like the ultimate bulking pasta. All right, let's get a plate. Oh boy, wow. That looks wild, man. If you made it this far in the video, leave a comment, like it, support the channel. Don't be a ghost watcher. Oh, it's really hot. If I had one critique, it would have been to use flour. I think the flour would have made it a lot more thick and a lot more enjoyable, but either way, it's really good. Don't do what I did. Do something else, but regardless, I hope you liked the video.